Check 1, 2. Welcome to Early Wilson Stadium for tonight's ball game between UNLV and Cal State University Bakersfield. Ba 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 ba. It's a Mardi Gras Tuesday here. Smoking Sam's is ready to serve you all the gumbo you can eat. And welcome into Earl E. Wilson Stadium as the UNLV Rebels take on Cal State Bakersfield on a beautiful Tuesday evening, or at least we hope it stays beautiful. Chance of rain a little bit later. Bradley Spooner on the mound, the junior right-hander. He'll be kind of on a short leash as he's expected to start on Saturday. He did that rain-shortened game up in Fresno, so just a little midweek work. The first one into Barba for a strike. It'll be Barbara, Berkey, and Cooke for the Roadrunners. So you might have heard Dick Calvert, 69 degrees. We promised you to get warmer. And winds out of the south-southeast about 10 miles an hour. Like I said, rain is in the area, but I've seen 9 o'clock is when the showers. So if it's a quick game or on-pace game, hopefully this game will get in. Field looks absolutely beautiful. Nothing like a little bit of rain over the weekend and no plane on it to green up the beautiful field here. So the count goes to 2-2. Bakersfield comes in 0-4 on the road, but they have won their last 3. They swept Santa Clara at home over the weekend, so a little bit of a hot streak, but they have yet to win on the road, and that one will be deposited to right field for a base hit. Smith comes over, gets it quickly back in, and that'll be a leadoff single for Noah Barbar. Evan Berkey will step in, set the Rebels defensively. First in the outfield from left to right, Robbins, Gamble, and Smith. Infield over at third, Rosenberg. Stott at short, Williams, and Wold left to right. Catching today, Jacob Godman, the freshman, and as we said, Bradley Spooner on the mound. And the first pitch, that'll be fouled off. So Berkey unable to get the bunt down. Berkey batting .286 on the year. All singles with 1 double thrown in there. Bakersfield Western Athletic Conference with Jeremy Beard, their head coach. Throw over to first and back pretty easily is Barba. Barba is 1 for 2 on the year. It's Berkey who is the real burner for the Roadrunners. 5 for 5 on the year. There goes the runner. Then he stops, and that one low. 1-1 the count. I will attempt not to do any Roadrunner sound effects today. It might be tough. Let's see if I can make it at least to the 3rd inning. Let's hope there's not a rain delay, and I'm filling it with Roadrunner sound effects. And the 1-1, and this one bunted, and that will be fair. Boy, and there's a problem. Actually good by Williams to go over. And I'll tell you what, the out recorded. For a minute there, it looked like Wold came over. Williams busted over to first. Spooner kind of slowly off the mound, but hey, it's an out. First out of the game. Barba did move over to second. So Ryan Cooke steps in, batting .293 on the year. He does have 1 home run and 7 RBI. And Berkey, for being so fast, is taking quite a long time getting back to the dugout. So 1 out here, top of the first, just getting started. The Roadrunners in here just for a quick 1-game set. That one in for a strike, 0-1 the count. I do know Spooner is on a pitch count. Don't know what that pitch count is. But the Rebels would love to see him get a quick inning here. And that one hammered down to Rosenberg and not over. Actually throws it into right field. Williams unable to get back, so that will advance the Roadrunner over, and that will be an error on the throw. So the good and the bad. The good is that is the second out of the inning. The bad is now there is a runner at third base, but once again with 2 outs. But a little bit more pressure now on Godman to make sure a pitch does not get by him. So it'll bring up Jesse Raley, who's batting .204. He does have a triple and a home run on the season and 5 RBI. So Barba over at third. And the first pitch, and that one is up into center. Back goes Gamble, but he gets there and puts it away. So good quick inning by Bradley Spooner. Does give up the leadoff single, but no harm, no foul. We'll go to the bottom of the first. All tied up, 0-0. Rebels coming up for the first time. Live from Early Wilson. So the Rebels will be facing Isaiah Moten from Bakersfield. He comes in with a 0-1 record, but a good ERA of 1.29. That's in 7 innings pitched on the season. Let's set the Rebels offensively for you. Bryson Scott will lead it off. Dylan Johnson batting second. Jack Thomas Wold batting third. Darian Williams in the cleanup role. Max Smith in fifth. Grant Robbins batting sixth. Jacob Godman seventh. Trevor Rosenberg batting eighth. And James Gamble will be batting ninth. Kevin Higgins over at third, and I believe it's Patrick Armstrong, yes, back at first base. Good to see him back. Cooper Esme did a great job. Good to see Patrick back out there. So Isaiah Moten will be pitching to the battery mate Jake Ortega, the senior. So 2 seniors there for Bakersfield. And, of course, Stott, who hit his 5th home run up there in Fresno over the weekend as the Rebels took 2 out of 3 from the Bulldogs. Big swing and fouled back, 0-1 the count. So the Rebels 6-6 on the year overall, but 2-1 in Mountain West play, and they'll resume Mountain West play this weekend here at Early Wilson. We'll get you all those details here coming up later. And that one fouled straight back. And the 0-2 to Stott, and that one is fouled off. The count remains 0-2. And actually this weekend it'll be Bradley coming in, so non-Mountain West games. It'll be 6:05, 2:05, and 1:05. And that one a big swing and a miss. The first out of the inning and the first strikeout for Moten. Let's hit the Roadrunners in the outfield from left to right. Henderson, Oliver, and Barba. And then around the infield, third base, Jorgensen, Carrizosa at short, Berkey at second, and Rowley at first. And Dylan chops it over to Carrizosa, and he throws over to Raley, and quickly 2 outs in the inning. That'll bring up the first baseman, Jack Thomas Wold.
The first baseman, number 19, Jack Thomas Wold.
And as we would expect, Jack Thomas Wold, the weather a little bit warmer. He's going sans batting gloves. I don't know what accent that was, but I was trying to say he's not using batting gloves, which is what we've become accustomed to with Jack Thomas. He'll take the first one in for a strike, 0-1 the count. Looks like we are in the landing pattern for McCarran tonight. Which makes sense with the wind coming from the south. So if you're in the area, come on out for the weekend series. Big swing and a miss. 2 strikes. Bradley will come in 6:05 Friday night, then 2:05 and 1:05. 2:05 on Saturday, 1:05 on Sunday. And the 1-2, and that one bounced. 2-2 the count. Bottom of the first, just getting started. No score for the Roadrunners, and no score yet for the Rebels. And the 2-2, and Wold will foul that one. That one a little elevated, but with 2 strikes, Jack Thomas thought he better swing at that one just in case. And the 2-2 to Wold, and that one will be fouled, and the count will remain 2-2. So as I said, Bakersfield looking for their first win on the road this year, but they do come in hot, having swept the series against Santa Clara. The 2-2 pitch, and that one is in. Boy, nice stop, but no way Carrizosa can throw out Wold, as that was deep in the hole. Still, good job for him getting there, and that will be a base hit and the first Rebel hit of the night.
Number 2, Darian Williams.
That'll bring up a Darian Williams, who has 12 RBI on the year. And he got his first home run of his Rebel career up in Fresno. Grand slam. That's the way to start it out. Of course, if you're a Rebel fan, you wouldn't mind his first home run to be a 2-run shot in the first. And that one is out to right field. Over goes Barba, and in fair territory makes the final out of the inning. Well, that one went for a ride, but it is 0-0. We'll go to the top of the second. Bakersfield versus the Rebels, live from Early Wilson. Jake Ortega, the catcher, will step in for the Roadrunners. Bradley Spooner got through the first on 11 pitches, which, as we said, he is on a pitch count tonight. First one outside, 1-0 the count, and the 1-0 pitch, and that one high, 2-0 the count. Ortega batting .345 on the year. He's got the highest batting average in the lineup tonight for Bakersfield. And the 2-0, and that one will be chopped. Stott will get to it, but unable to stop it, and that will be a base hit. I think even if he had gotten to it, I don't think he would have thrown out the Roadrunner.
The center fielder, number 13, Jason Oliver.
So Jason Oliver steps in. Ortega at first. He does have one stolen base. He is 1 for 1 in the stolen base department. And that one fouled off. Oliver batting .188 for the year. With Damian Henderson batting .152 on deck. Boy, the wind has really, right now, died down. The 0-1, that one in for a strike, 1-1. Tomorrow, it's supposed to be a rainy day here in Las Vegas. So, good thing this is a one-game series. Tomorrow might have been tough to get a baseball game in. And the throw over to first. Ortega back. No problem. And that one inside. So Oliver struck out 6 times. How about this? Henderson, the next batter, has struck out already 19 times this season. So Spooner trying to stay ahead of these things. There goes the runner. This one, big swing and a miss. That is a strike and no chance for a throw as Godman really kind of double pumped, and the Rebels will get the out, but Bakersfield now has a runner in scoring position with 1 out. So that'll bring up Damian Henderson, the left fielder, the sophomore.
The left fielder, number 11, Damian Henderson.
Henderson out of Raleigh, North Carolina. He did go to Salt Lake Community College. And that one, big swing and a miss. Boy, that was a big swing. It almost looked like an all-or-nothing swing. Damian does not have a home run yet this year. And that one outside 1-1 the count. But with that first swing, you can see why he has struck out 19 times already this season. See if Spooner can take advantage of that. Tyler Jorgensen on deck. That one fouled off, so the count 1-2. Remember, if you come out to Early Wilson this weekend, you can get great food out here. Smoking Sam's barbecues out here, and plan on getting some grub while you watch a baseball game. And the 1-2, and that one is chopped down to Williams. Kind of takes a big bounce. Boy, that was a weird bounce. Williams unable to recover, and the runner is safe at first. That took a strange bounce, and I think that threw off Williams, and now it'll be runners at the corners.
The third baseman, number 10, Tyler Jorgensen.
So Tyler Jorgensen now comes up for the Roadrunners with runners at the corners. Rosenberg tight at third. just in case there's any squeeze opportunities here for Bakersfield. And in fact, oh boy, there's a gift. On the first one, a pop-up Godman in foul territory. The catcher makes the play, and there are 2 outs. The one thing you don't want to do if you're a batter in that situation.
The shortstop, Daniel Carasosa.
So Carasosa, the shortstop, now steps in, batting .206 on the year, and Spooner 1 out away from having Bakersfield strand 2 runners. They did strand 1 runner at third in the first. Ooh, that's got to hurt. That one outside, 1-0 the count. So amazingly enough, with the number 9 hitter up already here in the second inning, still the pitch count at 24 for Spooner. And the 1-0, and that one in for a strike, 1-1 the count. Scheduled for the Rebels 5, 6, and 7. Smith, Robbins, and Godman. When it is their turn to bat in the bottom of the second. Scoreless game, but Bakersfield has 2 on. That one outside, 2-1 the count. 2 on, 2 outs. Next Tuesday, I believe it's Washington State from the Pac-12 coming in. So, a couple nice midweek matchups here. And the 1-2, and that one outside misses, 2-2 the count. And correction, I guess the count is 3-1. So the 3-1 pitch, and that one is a big swing and a miss. So the count will go full. So Henderson at first will get a few extra steps. In fact, Wold is letting Spooner know that he will be playing behind the runner. So Henderson will get even more of a lead. And the full count, there goes the runner, and this one chopped down, and it will stay fair. Wold will tag him, and that is the 3rd out. Max Smith will lead it off for the Rebels. He's batting .271. He has 2 home runs and 7 RBI on the year. So Smith, Robbins, and Godman scheduled for the Rebels here. Still a 0-0 game, bottom of the second. And that one in for a strike, 0-1 the count. Isaiah Moten on the hill for Cal State Bakersfield. And the 0-1, and that one is fouled up and will be out of play. 0-2 the count. And a fan gets a souvenir there. And the 0-2 to Smith, and that one is low and outside, 1-2 the count. That one fouled off. The count remains 1-2. So the Rebels won't get back into Mountain West play until March 15th when they travel to San Jose. Until that, it'll be out of conference here at Early Wilson. And that one is hammered to right field. That'll be a base hit for Max Smith. He makes a big turn, and it goes all the way to the fence. Barba gets it in, and there is a double for Max Smith to lead off the bottom of the second.
Left fielder, number 27, Grant Robbins.
So Grant Robbins will step in for the first time. The Rebels have a runner in scoring position. With no outs, Robbins, of course, looking to at least make a productive out and get Smith to third somehow. Moten sets and delivers in the first pitch. This one will be a productive out. In fact, it won't be an out. It'll be a hit. Smith will come around, and the play at the plate. Smith scores standing up, and there's the first run of the night, thanks to Grant Robbins' single up the middle. Rebels lead 1-0. RBI number 7 of the year for Grant.
The catcher, number 23, Jacob Godman.
That'll bring up Jacob Godman, who the freshman's hitting .304 on the year. And the first pitch to him way outside, 1-0 the count. If you're wondering, Grant over at first base has not attempted a stolen base yet this year. And the 1-0 to Godman, that one was close, but missed. 2-0 the count. And the 2-0, instead of throw over to first, and pretty easily back is Robbins. So Robbins says, I don't want any productive out. I want a hit. I want that RBI. He did what a lot of good hitters did, right up the middle. And the 2-0, and this one will be chopped to short. Let's see if they can turn to Carasso to Berkey and over to Raley, and that is in fact a double play for the Roadrunners. So it'll bring up Trevor Rosenberg, the third baseman.
Third baseman, number 48,
Trevor
Rosenberg.
No, I'm on the other third baseman. Trevor Rosenberg. Oh, what a beautiful Tuesday night here. Betting 100, and he squares the bunt and pulls it back and will take that for a ball. 1-0 the count. Now, Jorgensen, their third baseman, comes in on the pitch, but he's still a few steps back. And the 2-0, and that one is fouled off. 2-1 the count. The 2-1 to Rosenberg, and that one is big swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, but the Rebels up 1-0 thanks to a Grant Robbins single that scored Max Smith from second. And the 2-2, and that one is outside 3-2 the count. If Rosenberg can get on somehow, I'll bring up the number 9 hitter for the Rebels, James Gamble, the center fielder, who's batting .292 on this season. So the full count pitch, and this one will be a strikeout swinging. But the Rebels do score one. They lead 1-0 going to the top of the third. Rebels on top of Bakersfield, live from Early Wilson. It'll be 1, 2, and 3 for Bakersfield. Barba, Berkey, and Cooke. As Bradley Spooner will pitch here in the top of the third. 1-0 Rebels on top of Bakersfield. And the first pitch from Spooner, and that one outside. 1-0 the count. Barba did get the lead-off single to open the game, but then was stranded on third. That went in for strike 1-1 the count. And the 1-1 pitch, and this one will be a big swing and a miss. The count goes to 1-2. The 1-2, and that one called third strike. Gets the inside part of the plate. And that is the first out of the inning. Now Berkey will be pulled from the game. It'll be Will Pickett's coming in, number 12. Pickett's batting .250 on the season, 24 at-bats. He has a couple of RBI. And Pickett takes that one for a strike, so the count 1-1. Third inning and changes for the Roadrunners. And this one will be fisted out to foul territory. Jack Thomas Wold does make the catch. And that will be a pop out to the first baseman in foul territory for Pickett's. Now Ryan Cooke, the DH, will come up now with 2 outs and nobody on. Top of the third, 1-0. Rebels over the Roadrunners. And the first pitch, and that one in for a strike, 0-1 the count. People still coming in here to Early Wilson. That one outside, 1-1. Very comfortable temperature-wise, high 60s. And like I said, even though we did have some wind at the beginning of the game, right now, the flag is not moving at all in center field. And the 2-1, and that one in for a strike, 2-2 the count. Great pitch by Spooner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and that one is a strikeout. So great job by Spooner making quick work of the Roadrunners. Top of the third. We'll go to the bottom of the third. 1-0. Rebels on top of Cal State University Bakersfield. So Will Pickett's, the junior, will stay in at second base. So Pickett's now at second for Bakersfield. Will be the number 9 hitter. James Gamble will step in. This is really a nice thing that Coach Stan Stolte has with Gamble and his speed and Stott with his speed. So Gamble kind of a number 9, but also a leadoff hitter when it happens. The speed part of the lineup for the Rebels. That one high, 1-0 the count. And the 1-0 to Gamble, and that one is a swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors for Bakersfield. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors for the Rebels. And this one will be chopped. Boy, this will be tough. Moten comes over, underhands it, and gets him at first base. Boy, that almost handcuffed Raley at first base. Kind of came in on him. And close play, but I think a good call. I think Gamble was out at first, and that is the first out of the inning. And Bryson Scott will step in for his second at bat. He did strike out in the first inning. So Stott steps in now with 1 out in the bottom of the third. And he shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes it for a inside strike. 0-1 the count. I think if he could have gotten that down, he would have surprised some Bakersfield players, and it would have been a good bunt. I think he would have been on first. Instead, he is at a short hop, catches the ball. Carrizosa catches the ball for the second out of the inning. Wow, that had some topspin on it. I thought that was close to dropping in there, but quickly 2 outs in the inning, and that'll bring up Dylan Johnson. Johnson will take the first one way outside. 1-0 the count. Gets by Ortega, but nobody on. No harm for the Roadrunners. And the 1-0 to Johnson. That one just misses. 2-0 the count. Outfielders for Bakersfield really playing pretty deep for Johnson. And that one high and tight. 3-0 the count. The 3-0 to Dillon, and that one is in for a strike. 3-1 the count. Jack Thomas Wold on deck. And the 3-1 pitch, and that one is out to right field and foul. foul. Foul ball. 3-2 the count will go to. So full count now to Dylan Johnson. The 3-2 to Johnson, and this one is out to right field and will drop in front of Barber for a single. In fact, he has trouble with it, bobbles it, and good base running by Johnson to be aware of it and to get into second base, especially with 2 outs. Now the Rebels will have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. So that will be the first error, of course a hit, but then Johnson advancing to second on the error. So we'll see if that comes back to hurt the Roadrunners. Jack Thomas Wold now steps in. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Two outs in the inning. Timeout called. Jack Thomas steps out. Definitely playing Wold to pull. And the first pitch to him, and this one is hammered deep and far to right field, and that is a home run. A 2-run shot by Jack Thomas Wold. His first of the year, and that will put the Rebels up 3-0 here in the bottom of the third. Wow, no doubt about that one.
That's home run number 1 on the year for the Rebel first baseman, Jack Thomas. Second baseman, Darian Williams.
So Darian Williams will now step in. So Jack Thomas Wold was saying, oh, and he'll take the first one, and that'll be a base hit to left field. So all of a sudden, the Rebels have their hitting shoes on, and that'll be the 6th hit for the Rebels here in the bottom of the third. They lead 3-0. So Max Smith will step in. So all of a sudden, timeout is called, and there will be a visit to the mound. Now, there is some activity in the Bakersfield bullpen, but nobody was down there throwing. There's some stretching, so Moten. So Moten, now some people from the dugout are running to the bullpen. There's a little bit more urgency down there. So Smith has already doubled today with 2 outs. And Williams at first. Williams starts and stops, and that one in for a strike. 0-1 the count. And the 0-1, and that one is popped up. Let's see who takes charge of it. Carrizosa takes charge of it, and that will do it. But the Rebels score 2 on the 2-run shot by Jack Thomas Wold, and they lead 3-0 here going to the top of the 4th, live from Early Wilson. Troy Balco will be the new pitcher for the Rebels. We did say that Bradley Spooner was on a pitch count, as he will pitch Saturday, or scheduled to pitch Saturday, against Bradley when they come in. So Troy Balco steps in, number 47. Freshman out of Peoria, Arizona.
First baseman, Raley.
Balco comes in with an 18.47 ERA, 6 1/3. And Rowley will lead it off for Bakersfield, and that one is fouled out of play, 0-1 the count. So 4, 5, and 6 scheduled for Bakersfield. Rowley, Ortega, and Oliver. And that one in for a strike, 0-2 the count. And the 0-2 pitch, and that one is out to center field. Boy, will it go into no man's land. No, Gamble comes in and puts it away for the first out of the inning. Hung up there long enough.
The catcher, Jake Ortega.
So Jake Ortega will step in, the catcher for Bakersfield. Ortega does have a single, one of the 2 hits for the Roadrunners. And the first pitch inside. 1-0 the count. And the 1-0, and that one is hammered out to deep right field. Smith goes back, and that will go over his head, and Gamble plays it well off the wall to keep Ortega at second. That was well played by James Gamble. So Jason Oliver will now step in with 1 out and a runner on second for the Roadrunners. Jason struck out his 1 and only time up so far back in the 2nd inning. So Troy Balco now with a runner at second base, up 3-0, and he'll take the first one. Boy, this one is skied out to right again, but looks like Smith will get there. He does. Ortega was able to get back and tag up and go to third. So fly balls flying around the yard, but Damian Henderson will now step in with 2 outs and Ortega at third. Bakersfield did leave a runner at third in the 1st inning, and that is why they still have not scored. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error for Bakersfield, and 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Rebels. Balco sets and delivers in the first pitch. Boy, Henderson did not want to go, but he could not hold up, and that will be a strike, 0-1 the count. Now, Henderson did reach on an error. And this one is fouled, 0-2 the count. Oh and 2. As we said, Henderson has struck out 19 times this year. Let's see what Balco does on an 0-2, and that one he challenges him, fouls it straight back, and watch out, Smokin' Sam's. It's coming back for you. And the 0-2, Balco, that one low, 1 and 2. Good stop there by Godman. let's see if Balco goes a little bit high out of the strike zone here, having gone low. See if we can get Henderson to chase one up high out of the strike zone. And the 1-2, and that one, oh boy. Williams from second was taking a step or two towards the dugout. Good pitch though, 2-2, but it was called a ball. So the 2-2 pitch, and that one is a big swing and a miss. So Balco does get the strikeout, and we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Rebels up 3-0, live from Early Wilson. Grant Robbins will lead it off for the Rebels. 1-for-1 with a single and an RBI. He got the RBI back in the second to get the Rebels on the board. So Robbins, Godman, and Rosenberg scheduled. And that one will be popped up. Ortega, wow, makes a good play. Recovers well and puts it away for the first out of the inning. Jacob Godman will step in. I don't know if you ever did those drills as a catcher. That was always, there's many reasons why I was never a catcher, but one of the reasons was I could never catch the ball when they went up like that. I would lose my balance, fall over. That one way outside, 1-0 the count. So Godman went into a double play. And that one in for a strike. And that one will be fouled off. 2 strikes. And that one low. Count now 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, and that one a little bit high. Three balls, 2 strikes to Godman, and a swing and a miss, and he tags him out. Does Ortega, so does not have to throw it down to first, and that is quickly 2 outs in the inning.
Third baseman, Rosenberg.
Trevor Rosenberg now steps in. He struck out back in the second. And Moten steps off the mound. And Moten takes that one in for a strike. That one misses. 1-1 the count. One ball, one strike to Rosenberg, and that will be chopped out to short. Carrizosa throws over for a good play to Raley, and that'll do it. But we'll go to the top of the fifth. Rebels still up 3-0, live from Early Wilson. Jorgensen steps in, and he'll take the first pitch in for a strike. Top of the fifth, 3-0, Rebels on top of the Roadrunners. And that one is up, foul. Let's see if it stays in play. I don't think it is. Just foul. The count goes to 0-2. So Troy Balco in for to start his second inning of work, and quickly 0-2 to the number 8 hitter, Jorgensen. And the 0-2, and that one will be fouled off and out of play. So midweek game, and it's a bullpen game for the Rebels as the starter, Bradley Spooner, was on a pitch count. Did a great job. This one just dribbled out in front. Godman gets on top of it, throws it down quickly to Wold at first for the second. Sorry, the first out of the inning. Carrizoso steps in, the shortstop for the Roadrunners. As now we are an hour deep into the game, top of the fifth. Las Vegas expecting some rain showers later tonight, so trying to get this game in before that occurs. And showing bunt, and he does bunt, takes a big chop, and Balco, boy, he tried to tag him, and that will, I'll tell you what, this may be third base for Carrizoso. There's a throw over, and that will be a 3-base error on Balco, I'm sure. Oh. That is the third error of the night for the Rebels. Bakersfield has not been able to cash in on one yet, but now that will be going back to the top of the order, and a runner on third with one out. So Barba steps in now. This will be the third time that Bakersfield will have a runner at third, and You know, what's that old saying? If you keep playing with fire, you're going to get burned. Let's see if Balco can pitch his way out of this one. And that one fouled off. I'll tell you what, that was good of Balco right there on the first pitch. A lot of times when a pitcher makes an error, they get out of focus, but that was a good first pitch to Barba. We always talk about when somebody makes an error, sometimes the pitcher can pick up that player by getting the out this time. Balco will try to pick himself up. And the 0-1 shows bunt, and that is a ball as Barba pulls it back in time. Bakersfield tried to bunt earlier in the game with a runner on third, and it was popped up. In fact, that was on the first pitch of that at-bat. So I'm surprised they're trying it again here. And the 1-1, and that one just missed it. Godman really framed that one trying to get the call, but it was a little bit outside. 2-1 the count. And the 2-1 pitch, Balco sets and delivers, and that one is fouled off. Two balls, two strikes, and that one, wow, Godman, I thought that was going to pop out. So the count will go full now to Barba. Three balls, two strikes, one out, runner at third for the Roadrunners. Balco sets and delivers the full count pitch, and that one will be hammered out to left field. In comes, great catch by Robbins, a heel throw, and a double play. What a play for Robbins. Not only making the good catch coming in, but throwing over to third. And that is a pitcher's best friend. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth. 3-0, Rebels still up. James Gamble will step in. He grounded out to the pitcher, his first and only at-bat back in the third inning.
The center fielder, James Gamble.
And the first pitch to Gamble, swing and fouled. 0-1 the count. Bottom of the fifth, 3-0, Rebels on top of the Roadrunners. That one outside, and the count is now 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch, and that one will be chopped too short. Gotta hurry as Gamble can fly, and Carrizosa does, and that is the first out of the inning. So it'll bring up Bryson Scott.
Bryson Scott.
And amazingly enough, we haven't had to say this many times this young season, but Bryson 0 for 2 on the day. So let's see if Bryson can do something here. Bottom of the 5th. And the first pitch, and Stott will take this one and hammer it out to right field, but Barba will get it just about a step or two from the warning track. So one pitch, one out there to Stott. So far a quick top of the or bottom of the 5th for
Designated hitter,
Moten.
Dylan Johnson.
And Dylan Johnson will step in, 1 for 2 on the day. It is single back in the 3rd. And Johnson shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes it for a ball. 1-0 the count. And the 1-0, and that one in for a strike. 1-1 the count. If Johnson can get on, Jack Thomas Wold, who has a home run, his first home run of the season already, is on deck. The 1-1, and that one bounced up there. 2-1 the count. There is serious action down in the Roadrunner bullpen, so we'll see if Moten happens to lose Johnson. Wold is 2 for 2 today. I would not be surprised if this might be Moten's last batter, and in fact, he will not get Johnson, as that is a single. Let's see if my prophecy is right. Still a close game. I mean, it's 3-0.
Jack Thomas Wold.
And nobody coming out of the Bakersfield dugout. So Jack Thomas, who was 2 for 2, a home run and a single, steps in, looking to increase this Rebels lead. Last at bat for Jack Thomas, that was a no-doubter, and that one, wow, that was a good pitch. Nothing Wold could do on that one. So 0-1 the count. And the 0-1, and that one even farther inside and low, so 1-1 the count. Johnson over at first, no stolen bases, but with the left-handed Wold, who just hit a home run, probably wouldn't be going in any situation. 3 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors for the Rebels, but they lead 3-0 here. And as Dick Calvert correctly pointed out, it is an official game. There is rain in the area, but yeah, last report I saw, it was the late 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock hour when showers were at the highest chance. 1 ball, 1 strike to Wold, and that one bounced up. Good stop by Ortega to keep Johnson at first. One of the great things about Early Wilson is when you come here, you can sit anywhere. It's not assigned seating, so it's kind of fun to move around the ballpark and kind of see the game from different angles. That one high and away, 3-1 the count. If Wold gets on, Williams is on deck. He's 1 for 2 on the day. And the 3-1, that one will be fouled off, 3-2, so Johnson will definitely be going with 2 outs here. Get an extra step in case something finds the gap. He might provide the Rebels' 4th run of the day. Full count pitch. Johnson goes, and this one will be swung on and missed. So that'll do it. Nothing going for the Rebels there, but they lead 3-0. We'll go to the top of the 6th, live from Early Wilson. Will Pickett steps in for his second at-bat of the game. He came in, played second base. He replaced Evan Berkey, the senior. And Pickett is 0 for 1 on the day. He fouled out to Jack Thomas Wold. Back in the third inning, that one a little bit outside. So Balco still in for the Rebels. Balco's pitch count at 22 right now. Balco sets, and the 1-0 pitch, way outside, 2-0 the count. 2, 3, and 4 for the Roadrunners here. Top of the sixth, Rebels up 3-0. The 2-0, and this one will be chopped down foul, 2-1 the count. So no runs for Bakersfield, even though they have 4 hits, and the Rebels have committed 3 errors. But some good pitching by both Balco and Spooner with runners in scoring position have kept the Roadrunners off the board until, or up to this point so far. And that one, 3-1 the count. One of the reasons why Bakersfield has not scored is because the Rebels' control so far. They have not allowed a walk, but they're in danger of that with a 3-1, and that one, oh, wow. Pickett's thought that was a strike. He stayed, but that is the first walk of the night for the Roadrunners. So Ryan Cooke, the DH, will step in now with 1 on and nobody out. There is action in the Rebel bullpen. Can't quite get the number there. And that one is inside. So all of a sudden Balco has lost the strike zone. That's one thing that's kind of hurt the Rebels here at home on midweek games, has been the high base on ball count. Pickett's over at first, and this one does find the strike zone, and once again, wow. I'll tell you, Robbins took a few steps in and then quickly realized that ball was carrying a little bit. Kind of did a nice little bunny hop out there in left field for the first out of the inning. So Robbins in left field has had a couple really hard shots out there. In fact, one he started a double play. So Raley steps in. He is 0 for 2 on the day. That one out of the strike zone, 1-0 the count. And the 1-0 instead of throw over to first, and pretty easily back is Pickett's. And the 1-0, and this one will be chopped. Wow, fair. Wold gets it, and that is the second double play of the day. Wow, nice pick by Jack Thomas Wold. That'll do it quickly. The inning ends. We'll go to the bottom of the sixth. 3-0. Rebels up. Live from Early Wilson. New pitcher for the Roadrunners, Kyle King. He will be facing 4, 5, and 6. Darian Williams, who is 1 for 2 on the day. Rebels have turned 2 double plays to help keep the Bakersfield Roadrunners off the board, and they came in with 14 double plays, being 3rd in the nation and having turned 2. So they are now at 16 for the season. Williams takes that one high, 1-0 the count, and that one low, 2-0 the count. I know the audio is off, but if you were watching King warm up, you saw some perhaps troubles with the strike zone here. And he is 2-0 so far, and that one in for a strike, 2-1 the count. King comes in with a 2.45 ERA, only 2 walks. Of course, he's only done 3 2/3 of an inning, as it is still pretty young here in the college baseball season. Rebels did dip into a little bit of Mountain West action, taking 2 of 3 in Fresno. So they are 2-1 in Mountain West play. And the 2-2, and Williams, big swing and a miss, so good recovery by King. So Max Smith will step in.
Right fielder, Max Smith.
1 for 2 on the day, the senior is, with a double back in the second. Rebels up 3-0 here, bottom of the 6th. 1 out, and Smith will take that one down and away. 1-0 the count. And the 1-0 even farther low and farther away. 2-0 the count. The 2-0 pitch. King sets and delivers to Smith, and that one is, boy, that's going to be a tough play. King gets over there, but he kind of double bounces, and then he loses the ball in his glove. And that will go as an error to King. Correction, that will go as a base hit. So Grant Robbins, who's made some great plays out in left field. He'll step in there and take that first one in for a strike. So he's 1 for 2 with an RBI, and he started a big double play for the Rebels, which you don't always hear out in left field. He's had some shots out there to left, and he's made them. Wow, that one bounced up. What a great play by Ortega to keep Smith at first. That was one of those Olays, just throw the glove out there and hope. And a throw over to first. Smith easily back. Beautiful Bruce Lane scoreboard out there in left field. First year for that scoreboard. If you haven't been out here yet, you've got plenty of opportunities. Friday, Saturday, Sunday series against Bradley, and then Tuesday, Wednesday against Washington State. And this one chopped foul. The count will go to 0-2. So make a night or an afternoon of baseball here at Early Wilson, and check out the new improvements here. If you haven't been here in a couple years, you'll see a lot of differences. But Bruce Lane scoreboard brand new this year. That one bounced up. Did it hit him? No, it did not. But that is a ball 1-2. I'm not sure how that missed Robbins, to be honest with you. Must have gone right through the wickets. Godman on deck. 1 out. Smith at first. And this one is roped foul down the left field line. Count will remain 1-2. Nice swing put on there by Robbins, though. Just a little out in front. And the 1-2 pitch to Robbins. There goes the runner. That one bounced. Wow. Bounced way in front. Now, Smith was going before on that pitch. So that is a stolen base for Max Smith. So Max is now 2 for 2 on the season. And the Rebels now have a runner in scoring position. As much as they seem like they've been in control of the game, it's still only a 3-0 game here. So I'm sure Rebels wouldn't mind tacking another one there. Grant that one inside and low, and there will now be 2 on as Godman will step up to the plate. 1 out. Rebels up 3-0. Bottom of the 6th. King sets and delivers, and that one in for a strike. 0-1 the count. Rosenberg on deck, 1 out. Rebels looking to open it up here in the bottom of the 6th. Still only a 3-run lead for the Rebels. And the 0-1, and that one is hammered out to center field. I'm not sure why Smith didn't go right away, but he'll easily score. Higgins will stop Robbins, and that is a single. And the 4th run of the game for the Rebels. Nice bit of hitting for Mr. Godman. Sorry, double. So runners now at 2nd and 3rd.
Third baseman, Trevor Rosenberg.
So Rosenberg steps up, and the first one down and in for a ball. 1-0, and we'll see if that's King's last pitch. He'll get a visit here. So runners at 2nd and 3rd, 1-0 the count. King has been wild during his warm-ups. He was even wilder. And yes, it is a call to the pen. So when we come back, we'll fill you in on the new Bakersfield pitcher. Rebels up 4-0 here. Bottom of the 6th, 2 on still with 1 out. Number 38, Andrew Ciandro will come in for the Roadrunners. It is 4-0, bottom of the sixth, 2 runners on, second and third. Now, he does inherit a 1-0 count. King did throw the first one to Rosenberg for a ball. So it is a 1-0 count to Rosenberg, and he'll take the first pitch. 2-0 the count to Ciandro. So Ciandro comes in with a 6.75 ERA. He's pitched 4 innings so far this year. And the 2-0 pitch. And 3-0. Like I said, he did inherit 1 ball. King, the previous pitcher, he came in on a 1-0 count. So Rosenberg batting .091 with a 3-0 count, 1 out, runners on second and third, and he will take a ball. The bases will be loaded for James Gamble. So all of a sudden, control for the Roadrunners staff, a problem. So Gamble will step in with the bases loaded and 1 out, and Gamble has to be one of the hardest players to double up on the Rebels roster. His speed. The Bakersfield defense up at the corners, kind of halfway with Gamble's speed, and he'll take the first one for a strike. 0-1 the count. So 0-1 the count to Gamble. Bases loaded, 1 out. And the 0-1, and that one a big swing and a miss, and 0-2. Robbins at third, Godman at second, and Rosenberg, who just drew the walk, at first. So Gamble just looking to make contact here. But the count is 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, and that one will be chopped up. Let's see. And that will get through. And the throw home and safe at home is Godman. And out at third is Rosenberg. But the Rebels do score 2 on a single by James Gamble. So it is now 6-0, bottom of the sixth. So 6-0 now here, bottom of the sixth. Rebels putting up 3 so far. And Stott will come up with Gamble at first. Rebels up now 6-0. And Stott will take that one in for a strike. Bryson 0 for 3 so far on the day. And the 0-1, there goes Gamble, and he will easily get into second. So that will be a stolen base for James Gamble. That will be his second stolen base of the year. So now runner in scoring position. I guess the only thing is now Raley over at first can play back a little bit more. 1-1 pitch to Stott. And the 1-1, and that one will be chopped down to Raley. Takes a good bounce, and that will do it. But the Rebels put up 3, 6-0, going to the top of the seventh, live from Early Wilson. Jake Ortega steps in, top of the 7th. Rebels up 6-0 over the Bakersfield Roadrunners. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error for Bakersfield. 6 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors for the Rebels. And that one Balco throws, not sure where it missed, but the count is 1-0. Good work from Troy coming in. 3 innings pitched, giving up 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. And that one outside 2-0 the count. And the 2-0, and that one right down the pipe and fouled straight back, 2-1 the count. You definitely want to challenge the hitters here, up by 6 runs. Ortega is 2 for 2 on the day, batting .387 on the year, so. But you're up by 6. You cannot hit a 6-run home run. That one misses, 3-1 the count, with Oliver on deck. Balco sets and delivers the 3-1, and that one is out to left field, over towards the line, and putting it away for the first out is Grant Robbins. Good job by Balco there. You'll love to see that. Josh Towers, who does a lot of the color commentary when we do radio as a pitcher, and I think he would have been very happy with Mr. Balco there. You're up by 6. You have a 3-1 count, and even though the batter's 2 for 2, you challenged him, which Troy did, and he got the out. That one in for a strike. And the 0-1 to Oliver. Balco sets and delivers, and that one is out to right field. Max Smith goes over a few steps towards the line and puts that one away. So quickly, 2 outs in the inning. Damian Henderson steps in, 0 for 2 on the day. He did reach on an error, and he also has struck out. Balco sets and delivers, and Henderson will foul that one straight back to Smokin' Sam's. Rebels looking to go 7-6 if they can get this victory today. But more importantly, they're already 2-1 in the Mountain West. And they won't resume Mountain West play for that one swing and a miss, 0-2. They'll go to San Jose State. So if they can, they'll have a bunch of road series in the Mountain West. They're backloaded with series here later on in the season. So if they can keep going 2 for 3 on the road, that would be very good for the Rebels. That one misses, 1-2 the count. Due up for the Rebels is 2, 3, and 4, Johnson, Wold, and Williams. A combined 5 for 9 on the day. The 1-2, and that one big swing and a miss. Great work by Troy Balco today. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th, 6-0, Rebels on top, live from Early Wilson. Dylan Johnson, the DH, will come in, bottom of the 7th. Ciandro still on the mound for Bakersfield. He came in and got the last 2 outs of the 6th inning. Bottom of the 7th, Rebels on top, 6-0. And Johnson takes the first pitch, and he'll take that a little bit low, 1-0 the count. And the 1-0, and that one misses, 2-0 the count. And for the wind is starting to pick up. You can probably see the flag out in center field now, blowing a little bit out and a little bit to left. Rain expected to be in the area here in about an hour or so. And that one in for a strike, 2-1 the count. So the 2-1 pitch. The 2-1 to Johnson, and that one misses outside, 3-1. So Moten, the starter, did pretty well, but since then, the Roadrunners having a little bit of problem control-wise, going deep into counts and walking some Rebels. The 3-1, and this one is fouled off and out of play, 3-2 the count. Rebels return to action Friday at 6:05 here at Early Wilson. Make your plans. 6:05, perfect dinner time, smoking Sam's. Give yourself dinner and watch a ball game out here on Friday night. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Johnson, and this one is fouled straight back. Jack Thomas Wold will get that one in the on-deck circle. And we'll do it all over again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Johnson, and that one is down to third. Over goes Jorgensen and throws over to first to get the first out of the inning. Jack Thomas Wold, who had a 2-run shot in the 3rd. He's 2 for 3 on the day. He did strike out in the 5th. First pitch to Wold, down and in, 1-0 the count. Two and 0 the count. Don't forget, we spring forward this weekend. So 1 less hour of weekend time. Why they don't do that like at a Monday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll never understand. Or more importantly, why they just don't get rid of it. That one fouled off, 2-1 the count. That's where Arizona has it right. Arizona, they just don't move around. I think parts of Indiana, there's a few counties in Indiana that don't move too. Yeah, I know, it's very strange. Maybe Ohio. Parts of Ohio. 2 balls, 1 strike, and right now the MVP might be Trevor in the press box, getting the air conditioning going. And the 2-1, and that one misses, 3-1 the count. The 3-1 pitch to Wold, and this one will be outside. So that will be a walk for Jack Thomas, who's having himself a great day. And a Darian Williams will step in, 1 for 3 on the day.
Darian Williams.
The Rebels do have 3 errors, but they also have had some great play in the field, too, to help keep the Roadrunners off the board. Big swing and a miss on 1 the count. And the 0-1. Sandro sets and delivers, and that one will be fouled. No. Wow. I thought it was fouled, but it was not. And Wold will go over, and I would assume that is a pass ball. Yeah. That was. I thought it changed the trajectory, but it was not. So it is a strike. So it is 0-2, but Wold now on second. Ortega had made some great plays behind the plate, but that was not one of them. And that one will be skied out to, I think, left field. Henderson comes over and makes it the second out of the inning. So it'll be 2 outs now with Smith coming up and Wold on second base. Rebels up 6-0. So Smith steps in 2 for 3 on the day with a single and a double. The right fielder Barba takes a few steps back as if he thinks that Max may get a hold of one here. And the first pitch to Max is, ooh, I think Ortega wanted that one, but I think it was a little bit low. So a single and a double so far on the night for Max. He's now batting .294. And that one will be chopped to second. Pickett's picked it and throws it over to first to complete the out. But we go to the top of the 8th. The Rebels up 6-0. Live from Early Wilson. So Nick Grossman will come in and pitch hit for Jorgensen, the third baseman. So Nick Grossman out of Scottsdale, Arizona, the junior. He'll take the first pitch from Balco and he'll pop it up. And let's see who takes control of it. And as should be done, the center fielder takes command, and that is 1 pitch and 1 out. Not what you want to do if you're a pinch hitter. 1 pitch and 1 out. Carrizosa's shortstop steps in. He's 0 for 2 on the day, batting .194 on the season. Balco sets and delivers, and that one in for a strike. 0-1 the count. And the 0-1, and this one a check swing. He did go, so the count goes to 0-2. 5 strikeouts have the Roadrunners so far this game. They've struck out 5 times. Let's see if this is number 6, the 0-2, and Balco takes something off, and that one is the 6th strikeout of the evening for Rebels pitchers. The 3rd one for Balco. Nice job. Wow, on an 0-2. That's what you like to see. No wasted pitches there. You're up 6-0. Why not make it a pitch that counts on an 0-2? And Balco did that. So it'll turn over the lineup. Noah Barba steps in with 2 outs, and he'll take the first one, and he'll send it out to center field. Gamble gets turned around the wrong way, and he makes the catch. Wow. What a play by Gamble. He got turned around the wrong way, but he's got the speed to recover. What a quick 1-2-3 inning for Balco. What a performance by the Rebel pitcher today. 6-0 right now. The Rebels lead going to the bottom of the 8th. Live from Early Wilson. We have a few changes for Bakersfield here. New pitcher, Noah Cordova, 6'5", comes in. Nick Grossman in right field now, and Noah Barber goes from right field to third base. So Grant Robbins will step in. And that one in for a strike. So it is the bottom of the 8th, 6-0. Rebels on top of the Roadrunners. And the 0-1 pitch, and that one is hammered out, but right to the second baseman, Will Picketts, for the first out of the inning. So that'll bring up Jacob Godman, the catcher. We had a double and an RBI back in the 6th. Got in the 2nd, the 4th, the 6th, and now the 8th. So Godman looking for his 2nd hit of the evening. And a big swing and a miss, 1-1. Godman was looking for a 4-bagger there, but came up empty, 1-1 the count. And the 1-1, and that one, wow, nice pitch by Cordova. Took something off there, 1-2 the count. And the 1-2, that one outside, 2-2 the count. Trevor Rosenberg on deck, who his last time drew a walk to load the bases in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the 2-2, and this one will be popped up and will be out of play. Oh, and an error by one of the fans. Oh, what a shame, what a shame. But he recovers, and he does get the ball. But still, that is an E10. We will count that down as an E10. Two balls, two strikes, and that one a little overthrown by Cordova. Misses the strike zone. I'm one of those people who's an adult that says, yes, you can bring a glove as an adult to a game. I know I've had that argument many times with different people. Godman will golf that one out to center field. Back goes Oliver, and that one is off the fence, and Godman is chugging for third. The throw, and he is out at third. Oh, I'm not so sure about that one. So that will be a double for Godman, but he will be out at third trying to stretch it into a triple. So it went 8-4-5 for the putout.
Third baseman, Trevor Rosenberg.
That'll bring up Trevor Rosenberg. It did look like to me that Godman had got underneath the tag, but it was a close play. And I guess if you're up 6-0 in the bottom of the eighth, it is college baseball. There are no certainties. That one bounced to the backstop. So it is now 2-0. 2 outs in the inning, and the bases are cleared. Gamble on deck in case Rosenberg can extend the inning. And the 2-0, and that one does get a little bit of the strike zone. 2-1 the count. If you're a Rebel fan, you'd probably love to see Trevor get a hit here. Kind of needs that. He has 2 hits on the season. But, hey, if he can draw the walk and get Gamble up here. The 3-1 way outside. So James Gamble will get another opportunity. Number 9 hitter. Gamble, of course, with the single that got 2 RBIs and kind of broke this game open. So Gamble 1 for 3 with a couple RBI, and he will swing and miss the first one. 0-1 the count. Gamble trying to get on and give Bryson Scott another at bat. Bryson 0 for 4 on the day. I think that is the first time I've said that in what seems like a couple years. Big swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. For Bakersfield, it will be 2, 3, and 4 coming up. And the 1-2 pitch to Gamble, and that one will be foul. Foul. No, fair. Why? How is that fair? Oh, missed third strike. I thought I heard. Thank you, thank you. So that is a strikeout. Throw down to first to complete it, and that'll do it. We'll go to the top of the ninth, 6-0. Rebels on top, looking to close it out here. Troy Balco will be on the bump. Troy Balco back on the mound. What work he's done in 5 innings. He's going for the 6-inning save, but it will be Pickett's, Cooke, and Raley scheduled. Pickett's does come in. And he will take the first one, just outside, 1-0 the count. Pickett's did walk his last at-bat, and that one is outside, 2-0 the count. So it was Spooner to start the game. He was on a pitch count. And it's just been Spooner and Balco for the Rebels so far. A 2-0, and that one right down the middle for a strike. 2-1 the count. Got some Little Leaguers, I believe, over there, making some good noise here. It's always fun to see kids out here at Early Wilson. 2-1. That one fouled straight back. 2-2. And the wind's probably blowing the most since the start of the game. I would estimate it at 12.5 miles an hour straight out to center field. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Will Pickett's at bat for the Roadrunners. And the 2-2, and that one is a check swing. The count will remain 2-2. Rebels will have 5 more games on this home stand. 3 on the weekend, 6:05 against Bradley, and 2:05 and 1:05 over the weekend. Then Washington State will come in. This one out to Stott. Stott picks it, sets, and throws over for the first out of the inning. Much to the cheering. Have they been there all day? All night? DH, Ryan Cooke steps in. 0 for 3 on the day. And that one he'll take for a strike. A very comfortable temperature-wise here. And the 0-1 pitch from Balco. And this one is out to center field. Gamble takes about 5 steps back and puts... No! He misses it! Oh, my gosh. That will be an E8, and it'll be third base for Cooke. Well, as I said, this is the most the wind has been all day, and it's blowing straight out to center, and Gamble was a little lackadaisical on that one, I think. And as a freshman, you hope that's a teaching moment when it's a 6-0 game. Can't take anything for credit. So Raley will step in now with a runner on third. Bakersfield has had 3 runners on third, never able to cash in. That is the 4th error of the game for the Rebels. So some bad defense by the Rebels, also some great defense. I would highlight Grant Robbins in left field as some really great defense today. That one, I believe, missed 1-0 the count. Scoreboard not on the Yeah, 1-0. So 1-0 the count, and this one will be a swing and a miss. So Raley 0 for 3 on the day. Only 3 hits for the Roadrunners. And that one, misses. 2-1 the count. College baseball, never say a game's out of reach. I'll say that. I have seen crooked numbers many times in the 9th. 2-2 the count. So Balco trying to bail out Gamble here, trying to preserve the shutout. There is only 1 out in the inning, so it would not take a hit to score Cooke from third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and Balco gets it, and Raley fouls that one off. So the count will remain 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, and this one is, amazingly enough, fouled off. The count remains 2-2. So good at bat by Raley, making Balco work. Jake Ortega, the catcher, on deck. Ortega is 2 for 3 on the day. He has 2 of the 3 base hits for the Roadrunners. The 2-2 pitch from Balco, and that one just misses inside. Full count, 3-2. Ooh, that one was close. So you hope Balco challenges Raley here. Rebels still up by 6. No free passes, and that one inside. And that is a free pass, and they'll have runners at the corners. There is action in the Rebel bullpen.
The catcher, Jake Ortega.
So Ortega steps in. Rebels looking to turn 2, end the game, and the Roadrunners looking to get some 9th inning magic. So the runner does go, and that one in for a strike. That'll be fielder's indifference, so no stolen base there. Rebels given the base. So now runners at second and third. And the 0-1 to Ortega, and that one will be fouled straight back, 0-2 the count. Balco sets the 0-2, and that one is chopped down. That will score a run, but right now the Rebels have no problem exchanging a run for an out. So Cooke does score, and it will be 2 outs now with a runner at third. And looks like a pitch hitter, number 14, Cole Valletta, will step in. Nope, sorry. Number 8, Eric Charles, the outfielder. Junior out of Visalia, California.
Fair catches, please. Batting for Oliver, number 8.
Cole Valletta is on deck.
Eric
Should
Charles.
Charles extend the game. So it's now 6-1. And that one just outside. 1-0 the count. Balco 1 out away from getting the 6th inning save. And the game really should be over by now, but for an error, extending the game, and it is 1-0, and that one is fouled straight back, 1-1 the count. Charles comes in 1 for 13. That's a 0.77 batting average. He does have an RBI. He has walked 5 times, too. He's also struck out 7 times. And the 1-1, and that one is a big swing and a foul, and the Roadrunners are down to their final strike. Balco sets. And the 1-2 to Charles, and that one is in for a called third strike. Rebels win 6-1. And I'll tell you what, the MVP of the game, there's many of them, but we've got to go with Troy Balco. 6 innings of relief, gets the save. Bradley Spooner will pick up the win, and the Rebels will go above 500 for the season. They'll return here Friday at 6:05 versus Bradley. And thank you for watching, and until Friday, Rebels win 6-1 over Cal State Bakersfield. This is